Hi, I'm Car Jacob, and in this video, I'm going to tell you the story of the Porsche brand. Porsche was founded in 1931 by Ferdinand Porsche in Stuttgart, Germany. So, let's start from the beginning. Wait, I'll show you on the map. There it is. As you can see, the views are pretty nice. But who the hell cares? We're here to talk about cars.
Approved! Approved! I don't know. Excellent argument. Approved!
The company was founded by Ferdinand Porsche in 1931. And this is Ferdinand Porsche. Initially, the company operated as a design office. It did not produce its own cars, but worked on projects for other manufacturers, including Volkswagen. One of Ferdinand Porsche's first major successes was designing the iconic Volkswagen Beetle. During World War II, the Porsche company was involved in the production and design of military vehicles to NAS. After World War II, Ferdinand Porsche was briefly arrested for collaborating with the Nazis, but was not convicted. After his release, the company focused exclusively on producing civilian cars. His son, Ferry Porsche, took charge of developing the first sports model, the Porsche 356.
Approved!
A very important moment arrived. The year 1964 marked the debut of a model that would forever leave its mark on automotive history, the Porsche 911. With its distinctive rear-mounted engine and timeless design, this model became an icon of the brand and is still in production today, in modernized versions. After the great success of the Porsche 911, we unfortunately have to move on to a time that was not as fruitful for the Porsche brand. Porsche was close to bankruptcy in the early 1990s, especially in 1992 to 1993. What happened at that time? Declining sales. Porsche mainly produced expensive, hand-assembled sports cars, such as the 911, 928, and 944, which were becoming less competitive in terms of price and technology. Economic crisis. The global recession in the early 1990s led to a drop in demand for luxury cars. Inefficient production. The company was poorly automated, production was expensive and slow, and profits were shrinking. How did Porsche get out of the crisis? That's simple. In 1993, Wendelin Wiedeking became the CEO and introduced revolutionary changes to the company. Wiedeking modernized production by implementing lean manufacturing principles modeled after Toyota. In 1996, it made its grand entrance, the Porsche Boxster, a small agile roadster with a centrally mounted six-cylinder boxer engine. The name Boxster came from combining the words boxer and roadster, and its design was inspired by the legendary Porsche 550 Spider. It was cheaper than the 911, yet delivered pure driving pleasure. It turned out to be a smash hit. Sales skyrocketed, and the money from Boxster sales became the fuel that allowed Porsche to get back on its feet and plan future successes. For many fans, it was a symbol of a new beginning for the brand. After the success of the Boxster in 1996, Porsche felt the wind in its sails. For the first time in years, the company had stable finances and could think about ambitious projects. The following years were full of developments. Modernization of the 911. A year after the Boxster's debut, Porsche launched a new generation of the 911. It was a breakthrough. For the first time, the 911 featured a water-cooled engine, and its interior closely resembled that of the Boxster. In 2002, the Porsche Cayenne debuted, the brand's first SUV, developed jointly with the VW Touareg. It is also worth mentioning that Porsche attempted to take over Volkswagen in several stages, with the culmination occurring in 2008. The company planned to acquire 75% of VW's shares, which would have given it control over the group. Ultimately, however, Volkswagen took over Porsche, fully integrating the company into its structures by the end of 2011. Since the beginning of the second decade of the 21st century, Porsche has been consistently developing hybrid and electric technologies. A breakthrough came with the Porsche 918 Spider, 2013 to 2015, a hybrid supercar combining extreme performance with electric drive, serving as the spiritual successor to the Carrera GT. The next step was the Porsche Taycan, 2019, the brand's first fully electric model, which debuted as a sporty sedan and a direct competitor to Tesla. At the same time, the company introduced hybrid versions of the Cayenne and Panamera, demonstrating that electrification is becoming an important pillar of its development strategy. After 2020, Porsche remains one of the most profitable premium car manufacturers in the world. The brand is intensively developing electrification, with electric generations of the Macan and 718 Boxster Cayman already announced. The iconic 911 continues to be powered by gasoline engines, but with a strong focus on reducing emissions and the prospect of hybrid versions in the future. I dedicate this film to my uncle, who, after purchasing his Porsche Panamera, inspired me to create this masterpiece. I would also like to warmly greet my friend Bart, with whom I managed to break my uncle's Panamera spoiler.
The end.